Hey guys, it's Sam and Lucas here with another First Light Game Dev update. It's been a long while since the last one, so apologies for that. We've just been flat out doing our other jobs, which unfortunately we can't get away from at this point. But there has been some work, and that's what we're going to show you today. So first thing I want to show you is the work we've been doing on the on-screen display. So it's nothing fancy, but I'll show you here the little in-game menu that we've got. There's not much in it at this stage because there's nothing to change. But in our settings, we've got, you can change toggle full screen in the video settings, and that works. I won't do it now because that'll mess up the recording probably, but there's an audio thing. There's nothing in there because there's no audio yet. Actually, there's a chicken sound at the start when you open the game, but
yeah, that's really annoying.
every
we
time
should probably get rid of that.
Yeah, put that on the list. Anyhow, so that's our little menu thing. That's based on NanoVG. We've put all these little button components together and stuff, so that's cool. And I'll show you the debug view as well here. Now, I've had the debug view for a long time, but it's got a fresh new look now. So all of our text has a darker background, which makes it a lot easier to view when you're looking up at the sky and stuff. Because before, if you had the text against the clouds, it was impossible to read. Some other cool stuff. You'll see these buttons on the right-hand side. Those change graphics options that we previously had hooked up to keys 1 to 8, I think. So now we can change them with buttons. So now the sky's gone. I can turn off the outline effect. So things like that, just for testing purposes and to test the buttons as well. Lucas put a little garbage collection button down the bottom right. So click that and you'll see the used memory up top right has dropped right down. The other cool thing over on the left is the map. So that's basically a chart of our different biome types, and I'll talk more about the biomes later on. But if I move around, I'm just going to fly so we can move a bit faster.
The little black dot is
moving.
Represents what biome you're currently in.
Yeah. So it's basically a plot of temperature and rainfall, overlaying the biomes with sort of roughly representative colours. So it helps to tell you what the temperature and rainfall values actually mean. So that was a cool little feature to add in. Anyway, that's about it for the on-screen display stuff.
Oh,
tooltips. That's right. If I hover over these areas on the biome map, you'll see that there's little tooltips that pop up just to show you which biomes are which.
And interestingly enough, they seem to be popping up in the top corner.
That was the easiest way to program it, and it looks neat enough. It's not a typical tooltip. No.
The top corner of the whole game.
Hey?
You'll see it. It's on the recording. Something to look at. It was popping up here. Anyway.
Okay.
Something was happening.
I'm not sure what Lucas is seeing, but
It's stopped now, of course, but I'll just slow motion that in the video so you guys can see it and don't think I'm crazy.
He is. Anyway, moving on, Lucas will talk about a bit of other stuff that we've been working on.
Yeah, so you've probably heard us mention it on Twitter maybe, but we're now using JSON to load in all our game game assets, I suppose you'd call them, like the shaders, models, animation files. So instead of having hard-coded lines representing each file that we want and having that in the source code, the code just references a models file, and that JSON file has a list of the names of the models, the identifiable keys that we use in the game to find them, and the files themselves, the file path. So that's all done via JSON now. Game-wise, I updated to the latest version of the lightweight Java game library that was released, 3.2 build 12. It came out a month or so ago, so that is now the version we're running and has some minor bug fixes, but I don't think anything that relevant to what we're doing. That's about it from things that I've worked on because I've been very busy. But Sam's also been working on some more stuff with the biome, so he can probably explain that.
Yeah, so one of the main things I wanted to do with the biomes was have different terrain for different biomes. So with the old system, every biome just had the same terrain generation parameters and everything, and it was a bit boring, and in most cases the terrain didn't suit the type of area we were trying to build. So now for all these biomes in the biome map, each one has a set of parameters for terrain generation. So some end up a lot hillier, some end up a lot flatter, some end up with big rolling hills, some have sharper, steeper hills, some will have more cliffs, some will have taller rocks, all sorts of things. So you can see here what sort of area are we in. This is a woodlands biome. Over here will be autumn woodlands. This is a boreal forest. So those are all fairly mountainous biomes. And if we drop down over here, where are we? Just on the edge of the woodlands, down into wet grasslands. So grasslands are obviously going to be a flatter sort of area. And you can see the big change in elevation there. Now that's another change I've made. The world height can be much larger than the previous limit. Previously, I think it was limited to 255, and it just wasn't enough to give you that sense of scale in the world. So now the limit is going to be, I don't know, some ridiculous number like 16,000. I don't know, I can't remember, but currently I think it's set at 512, which gives you a pretty good range of heights between the mountains and the flatter areas. So that made a good difference. One of the challenges with having different terrain generation parameters was getting them to transition smoothly. But you can see here, coming down from the mountainous pine forest there into this wet grassland area, there's no nasty edges. It smoothly moves down in through that transition, so that was fun to get working. But I'm pretty pleased with the result. I think that's about all I've got to talk about. So Lucas has one more thing. I'll hand over to him.
Yeah, so as you might have seen, if you're on our Discord server at least, we've just finished the new website and we've kind of put it online in a sort of beta state at the moment for you guys to have a look at and give us any feedback if you want. So if you're watching this video as soon as it comes out, then by all means go take a look. Currently we're running it at staging.firstlightgame.com. Sam's just opened it up now, so nice new look. Some fancy parallax images there, some different pages,
All the normal website stuff.
Yeah, it's basically content-wise very similar to what is on the current website, but it looks nice and it's easier for us to manage, and yeah, don't mind that. We just live in Australia where the internet's terrible, so... But yeah, blog posts. We went through and fixed up all the blog posts we've ever made since we first started. Made sure they all had a picture and description and all sorts of fancy stuff. So they're all on the page if you want to go back to the very early days. Contact form. Can easily click and join us on Discord. Become a patron button if you're so inclined. It's quite a neat little site, I think. And yeah, go take a look and let us know. Let us know what you think.
So that's it for today, I think. Sorry there's not any more gameplay features at this point to show off. We've been doing a lot of neatening up. In fact, one other thing I completely forgot about is that I moved a whole bunch of our code into a separate package. Everything that you would class more as part of the game engine has been moved into a separate area, so it's out of the way and we sort of don't have to look at it all the time. So that's made a big difference in cleaning up the code, and I've just been trying to make everything easier to work with before moving on with new features.
Yeah, I think we're very close to the point where we can, the engine's nice and solid now. It's got most of the features we need. There's a few more things to finish up, and then it's basically gameplay time, which will be
fun.
Very fun.
Can't wait.
But yeah, I mean, I think most of the systems there ready. We're just polishing it off before we start, because in the past I think we've jumped into things a bit too quick and it never ends up good.
Yeah, on the one hand, it's nice to see quick results, but then on the other hand, you end up with a complete mess and spaghetti code and all sorts. So we're headed on the right track for now anyway.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Follow us on Twitter. Check out the website, or the new website. YouTube, that's where you are now. Join us on Discord.
Yeah, come and talk to us.
Yeah, we're happy to chat about suggestions, features, yeah, anything. Whatever you're working on, it's all good to hear.
Yeah, we love seeing other projects from the community, so come and share it with us in our sharing channel.
Yeah, and if you have some spare money that you don't want, feel free to become a patron and help us out. Every little bit counts. We can not work as much and spend more time working on this, which will be amazing.
Yeah. So, thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some time to do some more videos.